Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Driven Family channel. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. I'm a homeschool mother of 6, and in this video, we're going to be recapping what has been going on with our Christ-centered Christmas series. It's not gone according to plan at all, and I'll definitely get into that in a little bit. Just a quick disclaimer. This is probably my 4th or 5th attempt to make this video. I have 6 kids, so it is not quiet at my house, and finding pockets of time have been challenging lately. So please bear with me as we get through this video. So the purpose of doing the Christ-centered Christmas series was really to help me and my family focus on Jesus this holiday season. And I would say that in some ways that has been successful, and in other ways life has kind of drawn us off course. In particular, my 2-year-old got really sick. He was vomiting for over 32 hours, and he then had diarrhea for like a week after that. So that definitely took me out of the game for a little bit. And then my 5-year-old got sick. Her recovery was much faster than the 2-year-old, and then the 12-year-old got sick, and her recovery was even faster than the other 2. Praise the Lord, no one else got sick. So we're all healthy now, and we're trying to play catch up. What day is it? It's the 15th of December, and I think we've done 8 out of the 25 Christmas activities and Advent readings that I had wanted to do, but it's okay. Like I said, the point of this was just to help us to focus on God, and even though we've not done that perfectly every single day, I do feel like we are growing closer in our walk with Him. So that's a win in my book. So as I said, every single day the goal was to do an Advent reading. I found this one online. I will leave a link to it in the description box below. And it has like a question and then a Bible verse for us to read centered around the birth of Jesus. I am at this point in the series not doing all 25 days of questions. I'm not doing all of the activities I had planned. We've had to miss out on some because we were sick. So I'm doing my best, and I think that if we are trying our best, like we are putting in our best effort to have a relationship with that, He'll honor it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Progress, not perfection. So the first activity that we did was playing the gratitude game. I wanted to start off the series this way because I felt like it was really important for us to focus on what we have during a time where it's high consumerism and commercialism and gimme. So I gave each of our children gratitude journals. I went to Walmart and I found some of the cheapest ones I could, simply because I'm not going for aesthetics, because there's beautiful journals there. I could have gotten much more expensive journals, but the purpose of this series is to focus on God and not appearances. And also, my husband and I, we're trying to get out of debt. And so I want to try and keep the cost of activities to the minimum. So I gave everybody gratitude journals. We're trying to develop that habit of journaling daily about what we're thankful for throughout the month of December and hopefully into 2024 as well. You know, we got Skittles, pens, cups. These are all the supplies that you'll need to do this activity. And I felt like that activity was really easy, really simple, and made a big impact. So, a win there. So, the second activity was watching the movie The Small One. And I loved this because to me it was basically free. We used my mom's Disney Plus subscription, her account, and I guess popcorn. We paid for popcorn, but that was it. And it was, I don't know. I follow a girl on Instagram and she's like, lower the bar. And honestly, when it comes to activities that we're doing with our children, we don't have to make it super crazy or over the top or anything like that. Like, lower the bar. It's okay to do simple, easy activities. The kids really enjoyed it. So if you don't have a Disney Plus subscription, or you're not interested in watching that particular Christmas movie, there are other Christmas movies. Chasing the Star is one. The Nativity Story, I've heard a lot of really great things about this one. And then for an animated movie, there's The Star. So the third activity that we did was putting together a nativity scene puzzle. And this activity was completely free because the puzzle was gifted to me. But there's some really cool puzzles available on Amazon, and I will make sure to link those. They're all pretty affordable, like I feel like under $20. You do not have to buy a puzzle. If you do not want to buy a puzzle, don't buy a puzzle. If you are like, yeah, I can't find somebody to borrow a puzzle from, or I don't want to spend $20 on a puzzle, then just skip this activity. It's totally fine. This is the activity that we ended up doing the entire week. Everybody was sick. It was a week-long activity instead of just one day. Day 4 activity, we studied the history of Christmas and Christmas traditions. And I felt like we learned so much. I did, on top of the kids. So if you are curious why we celebrate Jesus's birth on December 25th, here is what I found out. Some have dated his conception on March 25th, which is the same day that he was crucified and died. And then, 9 months after that would result in December 25th being the day of his birth. Some say that the Emperor Constantine chose this date in 336 as a political move to weaken pagan celebrations of the winter solstice. Honestly, there's not any historical or biblical evidence of his exact birthday. So it's all speculation why we celebrate on the 25th, because it's definitely not confirmed as his actual birthday. Whatever the reason is, I think it is important for us to celebrate the day of his birth, because if God had not taken on human form and come down, then he would not have been able to be the perfect sacrifice on the cross and died for our sins. So very, very thankful that he was born. Day 5's activity was us making paper snowflakes. This one I think I enjoyed far more than my kids did. It's definitely an activity that you need to have very sharp scissors for, and some strength to get through all the folds in the snowflake or in the paper, but I enjoyed it. I think they're lovely. I'm planning on using the snowflakes that we made to decorate with, and I will give you a quick tutorial on how to make paper snowflakes, but I am not the expert. I found a lot of this information online, and any of the resources that I've used, both in this video and in previous videos, I'll link all of that in the description box below. So you start with a perfectly square piece of paper. If you are using like 8.5 by 11 printer paper, you're gonna have to trim off the excess. That's what I did to get it to be perfectly square. And then you're going to fold it in half into a large triangle. And then you're going to fold that triangle in half again. And probably the hardest part is this next fold. You are going to fold it into thirds. And I suggest not making paper creases until you have it lined up perfectly. I say perfectly, like it was never perfect when I made all of these snowflakes. But yeah, you fold it into thirds, and then you're going to trim off those excess points so that it is a perfect looking triangle, like a little slice of pizza pie. And then you can cut in your design. I would say that straight lines are a lot easier to do than curved lines. There are some templates available online, printable ones, I didn't know about this till I was already knee deep into this activity, and so I was like freehanding like patterns onto the snowflakes and then cutting those lines, which resulted in some really cool looking snowflakes. But I suggest getting like templates. So those are the activities that I have recorded and released so far. There's a few more that I've recorded, but I haven't finished editing or releasing them. I will touch on those ones on the next episode that I do this kind of thing. I'm going to show you guys the complete cost breakdown for those 5 activities. So with the gratitude journals, the Skittles, and the popcorn, our grand total for this week is $16.25. Here is a list of activities we missed due to the illnesses. There was a live nativity at a local church that we didn't end up getting to go to. I skipped drinking hot chocolate because I was not about to clean that up. And then we were going to make nativity trail mix for our neighbors, and we may still do that, but I decided to hold off on it while we were sick so that we didn't get anybody else sick. I think what I've learned from this series so far, the biggest takeaway, is that I am just not praying enough. Like, it has helped to have these prayer prompts at the end of our readings and everything, but I feel like, again, it's kind of like going through the motions of, okay, I've read my Bible, check. I've prayed to God, check. And then I move on with my day and forget that I'm allowed to pray whenever I want. More importantly, I should pray whenever I need to, which in my case is a lot. I need to pray every time I'm struggling with patience, or every time that I'm struggling to use a kind tone of voice with my kids. Every time that I'm struggling to see the positive in my situation instead of focusing on what's going wrong. I need to pray constantly without ceasing. And it doesn't have to be like this whole, oh Lord, on my knees in my prayer closet type of meeting. Like, I can pray when I'm doing the dishes. I can pray when I'm changing diapers. I can talk to God when I'm coloring with my kids, or when I'm fighting with my teenagers. That's definitely when I should be praying. So that's my biggest lesson that I've learned so far through all of this, is just praying more. So I think that's going to do it for this video. I appreciate you all watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. If you've been doing this journey alongside of me with your family, what has been your biggest takeaway? What are you getting out of this process? I'd love to hear that in the comment section below. Or maybe there's an activity that you have done with your family that you'd like to share with me, or an activity you'd like to see me cover in the future. Leave all those comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.